A Pokemon Nuzlocke. A Nuzlocke is a way of giving your Pokemon playthrough a bit of a challenge with the help of these self-imposed rule sets. Being you can only catch one Pokemon per route, you have to name your Pokemon and build an attachment towards them, and if any Pokemon dies, you must release it. Pretty simple. It's been over a decade since I've last played a Pokemon game, and since I was never able to beat HeartGold as a kid, I suppose it's only right that I go back down memory lane and attempt my first ever Nuzlocke on a game that started it all for me. By the way, this is actually my first ever video on the channel, so I appreciate any kind of feedback for this video. But that's all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoy my journey through my first ever Nuzlocke. Enjoy. I began my journey in New Barktown, of course, and between the 3 Johto Starters, I ended up choosing Totodile to help me with this Nuzlocke. I like Totodile, which I named Junior by the way. Once I picked up Junior, I met up with Professor Oak and he handed me a brand new Pokédex and an egg to carry along my journey. I then started making my way towards Violet City, where I picked up a couple of new members for the team, being Birdman the Pidgey and Bebop the Mary. Welcome to the team, guys. Once the team and I arrived, it was time to take on the first gym leader, Falconer. I let Bebop lead the team, taking out his Pidgey with a quick and easy Thunder Shock. Next was his Pidgeotto, who was kinda giving us a problem at the start, with him using Roost to heal, but we managed to pull through and Junior finished off the bird with a bite, giving me the win. After the fight, I started making my way towards Azalea Town, where I had to fight through the many trainers on Route 32 and Union Cave, which eventually paid off, letting the whole team hit their first evolutions. As far as new members, I picked up Rocky the Onyx that we got from a trade, and Moo the Togepi from the egg we got earlier. Welcome to the team, guys. In Azalea Town, I challenged Bugsy, who was pretty much a pushover, earning the second badge pretty quickly. Then, as I started leaving for Goldenrod, my rival finally showed up and challenged me to a battle. But this battle was relatively brief though. Junior took out his Ghastly and Bayleaf with a bite, then Rocky finished off his Zubat with a rock throw. Easy win. While I was making my way through the forest, I started to just headbutt all the trees around me, which led me to find an Apom that I caught and named Momo. I then made my way into Goldenrod, where I quickly grabbed another Pokemon, being an Abra that I named Hoopla. Before I fight Whitney though, I wanted to spend some time in the national park just so I can sit down on a bench and enjoy this classic. I just stole that guy's Pokemon. Going into this battle, the thought of this run ending right here was in the back of my mind constantly. First, Kenya slashed right through a Clefairy without any problems, but it's now time to deal with this big milker. I first let Hoopla use Embargo to cancel out Miltank's healing ability, Moo Milk, but Whitney still has a final trump card up her sleeve, being her move, Rollout. Without a fighting type Pokemon, the combo between Moo Milk and Rollout could definitely end this run. Lucky for me though, since Rollout is a rock type move, our boy Rocky won't be affected by this move whatsoever. So the plan is simple. I just spammed the Rock Smash until the Milk Tank finally died. And just like that, we got the 3rd badge and we're still alive. I really thought we were going to lose this battle, but hey, Rocky got us the dub, so I'm not complaining. It's off to go fight Morty now. On my way to Ecruteak City, I used the water bottle I got from Goldenrod to spray down the tree blocking my path, which ended up being a Sudowoodo that I caught and named a Woody. I also gave Kenya back to her owner so I can make room for Momo to join the team as well. And from there we can jump straight into our 4th gym battle against Morty and his ghost types. I let Momo start this battle, coming in with a nice critical Shadow Claw, taking out his Ghastly, and then letting Junior take out the Haunter with a bite. Morty then brought out his Gengar and just started chucking a bunch of Shadow Balls at me, with one of them killing both Rocky and Hoopla. But this gave me the opportunity to fully heal Junior so he could finish off the rest of Morty's team, earning me the 4th badge. I took a few moments to mourn the loss of Rocky and Hoopla before heading out to the Lake of Rage. I wanted to head over there so I can be able to catch the shiny Gyarados and add her to the team, since we were looking pretty empty after our fight with Morty. Yeah, I'm still salty about that, I'm not gonna lie. Once I caught it and made it back to land, another trainer named Lance asked me if I can help him with an investigation involving Team Rocket. I agreed to help him and we decided to meet up in Mahogany Town. Once I got there, Lance was already in the process of beating the living shit out of this worker while also revealing the entrance to the Team Rocket hideout at the same time. We went inside the base, fighting through all the Team Rocket grunts and executives without any issues. Then once the hideout was all cleared out, I met back up with Lance where we destroyed all the generators, turning the Lake of Rage back to normal. Lance thanked me for helping him and gave me an HM called Whirlpool, which I'm going to need later. And with that out the way, we can start getting our gym badges again. I had back-to-back gym battles against Chuck and Jasmine, so I first made my way across Route 41 to go to Cinnawood City, where I battled Chuck and his team of fighters. With him only having 2 Pokemon on his team, beating him wasn't really a big issue at all, crushing his team with just Junior and our new member Homer. After the fight, I picked up the medicine that Jasmine asked for, made my way up the lighthouse, and handed it to Jasmine. By the way, this is the part of the game that I was never able to figure out as a kid. It took me 10 years to realize that this window was actually a doorway, but you can't blame me for this one. They look the fucking same. Damn, I just always thought it was the window facing me this whole time. And you know, this is my first time fighting Jasmine when I let Bebop start this battle. Holy shit. She brought out her Magnemite and we quickly paralyzed each other. I'm sure nobody expected that to happen. It's cool though, Junior took care of the Magnemite for us. I let Homer have the next fight since she should have at least one water type move, right? I forgot to teach her a water type move before the fight. Good job, man. Yeah, I think I messed up here. Cause regardless, she goes first. Damn, that sucks. Junior then took down the rest of Jasmine's team, earning us our 6th gym badge. RIP to my man's Homer though. Yeah, that was kind of my fault. I'm sorry, man. After losing my boy Homer, it was time for me to start bringing the other members up to speed with the levels, since the team was looking very poopy at the moment, I'm not gonna lie. So I headed to the Safari Zone for some training, also catching myself a Magikarp that I named Ace. I'll explain later why I picked up another Gyarados, but back to training. Bebop finally hit her final evolution, and with the help of Momo aiding Moo, we was able to get Moo high enough for him to fight his first ever battle alone. Now it's time to level up Momo. Oh my god. Oh my god. Momo was only 2 levels from being an Ampipom, but instead he gets kicked in the fucking face. At this point, I'm gonna just go fight Price because I don't even feel like training anymore. Going into the 7th gym, I wasn't worried in the slightest. Bebop completely fried his Seal and Dugong to ashes with a couple of Thunder Shocks. And for his ace, he brought out the big boy Piloswine himself. But unfortunately, one serve from Junior ultimately laid this big boy flat on his ass like a carpet. That's badge number 7, baby. After beating Price and getting the 7th badge, we had to fly back to Goldenrod since apparently Team Rocket had just pulled a whole Fire Nation attack, taking over the entire city. So I made my way up the radio tower where me and the team wiped all the Team Rocket associates. Again, not gonna lie, it was a big waste of time. Before leaving Goldenrod, I got myself a free Eevee for helping this guy, and I named it T. Then after watching a couple of tutorials, I finally made my way through the Icy Path and into Blackthorn City. Not gonna lie, those tutorials came in clutch because I was in there for like half an hour trying to figure out these stupid fucking ice puzzles. I ran straight to the gym, and as I was making my way towards Claire, I was able to sneak past this one trainer before she looked back in time. But for some reason, I don't know why, my smooth brain decided to go back and battle her. And you know what, just play the clip, man, just play it. You know, I was gonna make a little sad part for Bebop because I actually like Bebop a lot, but since I'm rewatching it now and I'm doing the voiceover, you were kind of asking for this, man, honestly. You could have just walked past her and went on with your day.
See, as you can see, the more you f around, the more you're gonna find out.
And since the only Pokemons I had in my PC were just a bunch of HM only Pokemons, I didn't have a clear-cut backup for Bebop's place. So at this point, my only option was to face Claire with the team I have now and just hope for the best, honestly. I lead with Junior against her Gyarados, and since none of my moves were doing any significant damage to her, I brought out my Gyarados instead. It then became a whole Dragon Rage fest going back and forth non-stop, but luckily with my boy Ace, we came out victorious for this one. We then took out her Dragonair pretty easily with a single Blizzard, but we would need more than just Blizzard to take out Claire's last dragon, Kingdra. Knowing Kingdra is only weak to other dragon types, Ace is the only one that can stand eye to eye with her Kingdra. And since I can't spam heal my way out of this situation, I decided to take a gamble that could literally risk everything. It's dead. It's dead now. It's dead. Ace is dead. Ace! It did nothing though. I quickly discovered that Ace could withstand 2 attacks from Kingdra, leaving me one opening to use Dragon Rage before having to heal up again. So that's what I did. It became intense, but seeing my health hit the single digit range after every attack was not a good feeling at all. Still, the plan was working. I got Kingdra HP down for one more Dragon Rage, and as a last ditch effort, Kingdra pulled a Hyper Beam which caught me off guard, but luckily Ace took it and finished off the Kingdra with a final Dragon Rage. Ace did it! Oh my god. And just like that, the battle was over. I won. Oh. That last battle was definitely the most intense battle I had yet. That entire time, I was just praying that Claire didn't get a critical hit on me, since I was on 3 HP, my boy. Oh my god. I'm glad that's over now. And as a reward for beating Claire, I was given a Dratini from the Dragon Elder, which I named Shadow, by the way. Hey, I don't mind having a free pseudo legend on the team. I'll gladly take that. And with all the free time that I have now, I was able to evolve Shadow into a Dragonair and T into an Embryon. Finally, T. Gosh. Then with the Master Ball I received from Professor Elm, I decided to use it on a wild Entei, naming it Zuko. It's pretty neat that our first fire type of the Nuzlocke is one of the 3 Johto dogs. I would have went for Raikou instead, but I think one quick attack, one more, it won't kill it, right? Oh my fucking god. I hope it respawns. It probably doesn't. So he's out of the equation. And don't worry, I did catch Lugia before leaving for the Pokemon League. Oh my fucking god. Yo, this shit, yo, it's huge. God damn. Yo, it's taller than me. I don't really think I'm gonna use it, but hey, I guess it's nice to have it. I started making my way through Kanto and Victory Road with no trouble at all, until I reached the end of the tunnel where EDP wanted one final rematch, which I gladly accepted, giving this man another fat L to his collection. Pushing him to the side now, assembling the team wasn't really a big issue, with the only significant change being Zuko will take Moo's spot for these fights, but we all know Moo's only here to cheer us on anyway, so it's not a big deal. With the team now assembled, it's time for us to step into our first Elite Four battle. Will is up first with his team of Psychic types, which shouldn't be too challenging to deal with honestly. Junior comes in first with a nice easy crunch to put down his first Xatu? Is that how you say it? I'm not sure. Either way, one crunch took down this bird pretty easily. I then brought up my boy T, with him rocking that new black fur we got earlier, and he's looking pretty fire right now, I'm not gonna lie, he's looking pretty nice. Jinx started throwing a bunch of ice punches at us, which didn't do any damage to our boy T at all, and after a couple of counter attacks with Bite, we quickly took it down with no issues. And for the rest of the match, it just became a straight massacre, with Zuko turning Exeggutor into a fried Platano with Flamethrower, and then Junior completely chewed up Slowbro and his last Xatu with Crunch, delivering us a straightforward victory against Will. Our next opponent was the Poison Ninja Koga. I led with Birdman against his area dose, coming in with some very effective flying attacks, but we weren't going to take it out that easily. Hey. Maybe I should heal up real quick. Alright, I'm just risking it. Fuck it, just fly. I'm gonna just fly up. Yeah, that was a pretty easy battle. That's pretty easy, right? His Fortress and Muck were relatively easy to deal with, drowning the first one with Surf and crushing the other with an Earthquake. Next was Zuko against his Crobat, and while my arsenal of fire moves was inflicting a ton of damage, his Crobat was actually putting up a pretty good fight. But despite that, Zuko was able to finish off the Crobat in time before the poison was able to catch up to him. Then for Koga's last Pokemon, it was pretty much a cakewalk. We just used Blizzard on the poor Venomoth and the battle was over. Next up was Bruno and his team of fighters, and just like Gym Leader Chuck, we pretty much just ran through his entire team, giving us an easy win. I don't know, I feel like they should have added someone else to replace Bruno. It's just the fighting typing is pretty bad in this game, and nobody uses fighting type Pokemon anyways. Yeah, at this point they should have just made Whitney an Elite 4 member instead. And now for our last opponent before facing the champion is Elite 4 member Karen. And we pretty much stomped our way through our team as well, crushing our Embryon to death with an Earthquake, tossing our Vileplume around with a bunch of flying attacks, chewing up her Gengar, surfing through the Houndoom, and freezing her Murkrow to death with an Ice Fang. I will give props to Murkrow though, for putting up a decent fight before dying. Did he just throw pebbles at us? I respect it. With all the Elite 4 members defeated now, it's time to fight the champion, Lance the Dragon Master. But before starting the fight, I looked at the team for a little bit, which made me realize something very important. One of Lance's Dragonite has the move Thunder, which is super effective against my water type Pokemons. So if Lance takes out Junior, the rest of the team will surely fall as well. While we could make a case for Ace, Zuko, and Shadow to take down the Dragonite, we still have to deal with the rest of Lance's team, with him having 2 more Dragonites, Gyarados, Aerodactyl, and a Charizard. Yeah, telling myself that isn't making me feel better either. But it all comes down to this very moment. All the hard work and all the guys we lost on the way. It all comes down to this final battle. Taking out Lance's Gyarados is going to be quite a problem, since the only move I can really use is Crunch, and that doesn't do anything at all. So we're going to be here for a while. Let's go. After taking out the Gyarados, Lance brought out the first of his 3 Dragonites, and it all comes down to this one move. This would determine whether I make it out of here alive or not. Oh, it missed! It missed! It missed! It missed! Oh my god! Let's go! We won. There's no question, we won this. Not only did Junior outspeed his Dragonite, which I thought would never happen because Junior was a chunky boy, we also took it out in one hit. He then brought out another Dragonite, and I quickly took it out with another Blizzard. Taking out his 2 Dragonites back to back took plenty of relief off of me. Enough for me to bring out Shadow to deal with his Aerodactyl, which was pretty fucking stupid. Whoa, that's a big difference. Oh yeah, we're done. Yeah, Shadow's done. It's done, yeah, it's out. Wait, no. I'm just gonna let Junior finish the rest of the battle, and that's precisely what I did. One by one, Junior carried the team through the rest of the battle, and just like that, the battle was over. I know some people will say that the last match was kinda unfair, but I did what was best for the team, since I grew attached to the team I created for myself, and I didn't want to just kill them off just to prove a point. I like these guys. Plus, it doesn't matter now, I'm the new champion, bitch.